The power of his dream brings you here. His man, Sean Carlard.
This touch point comes out of a book from Dr. Henry Cloud, Necessary Endings. The employees, businesses, and relationships that all of us have to give up in order to move forward. It was the first book that I got on Audible when I signed up. You get a free book, and this is the book that I chose. It changed my world when I understood this. Now, when you have relationships in your life, I think life is all about managing relationships with people, with organizations, with aesthetics, with your home, with practical, with technology, with internet service providers. Everywhere you go, we're managing relationships. Now, life is very, very big. And there's this analogy of a rose bush. Now, I'm doing it in very simple explanation. But when it comes to a rose bush is too big to produce a rose because it requires so much energy to keep that bush going. In life is too big to handle all your relationships and all the things that you're busy with. So now with a rose bush, think of this when it comes to relationships. With a rose bush, in order to grow a rose, before you can even cut that bush, to prune it, you have to decide the rose you're looking for. Do you want it big or do you want it small? And what is the color that you're looking for? So in your mind, you must have a picture at what you're aiming for. That ultimate rose. When you have relationships that you connect with, what are you looking for? What is that ultimate relationship you're looking for? So now when you're going to prune a rose bush, there are rosebuds that appear. Now you look at that rosebud, and that rosebud is going to turn into a rose. But in order to get the best out of the rose bush, you have to look at that rosebud and ask this question. There's a few, but the first one is, if I keep this rosebud on the bush, will it turn into the ultimate rose? If not, cut it off. Because you don't want to waste time and energy nurturing that rosebud into a rose you're not looking for. And even though it's hard, you cut it off because what are you looking for? The ultimate rose. Number two, when you look at a rosebud and it looks sick and it needs to be nurtured, you can possibly fix that rose, nurture it back to health, like a relationship. It's a broken relationship, and you could nurture it back to health. But here's the question. Once you've spent all that time and effort and a job well done in fixing it, is it still going to be the rosebud you're looking for? Is it still going to be the relationship you're looking for? So many times we go and try and fix relationships because there's victory in fixing it. But now once you fix it, is it a relationship or a rose that's going to be your ultimate one? Cut it off if it's not. Then the third one is it's dead. Now we tend to go, oh, well, you know what? If it's dead, maybe we can revive it. Come on, don't give up hope. Well, the old Indian proverb apparently says that when riding a dead horse, climb off. It's dead. It's not going anywhere. We tend to go and get a whole lot of dead horses together, and maybe we'll get a bit of life out of it. And if it is dead, it is dead. Cut it off. If there's a relationship that has just failed in your life and there's no chance, just walk away. Because you want to put all your time and effort into that rosebud, into that relationship that's going to be the ultimate that you're looking for. And it can be in different areas. It can be the ultimate relationship with a friend. It can be an ultimate relationship within a spouse, an ultimate relationship within a business partnership, an ultimate relationship with a service provider. And that's how you go, you know what, I'm not going to compromise because it's not going to turn out the way I want it. So I am ending this relationship. And the fourth question that we've got to ask, or understand is, you know what, sometimes life just happens that we have no control over. Evil is there. Evil is present, and it comes and it just destroys things. Like the elements in a rose bush. It could be somebody walks past and breaks it. There's a bolt of lightning, or the weather changes and it dies. And there's nothing you can do about it. Not even a thought. You just have to let go and walk away. So this touch point on necessary endings, well, there's a relationship that you really need to walk away from. Not because that person's bad, or you bad, or it's a major mistake. Sometimes there's a season, and for the next season, where you want to be in the next 5 years, what are the ultimate relationships that you are looking for in the different areas in your life, and put boundaries in place. And say to those people, this is where I'm going in the next 5 years. Do you want to come along with me? And if you are, this is what it looks like. And do you want to be that ultimate relationship? And be part of it. If the answer is no, do what the guy does who prunes the rose bush. Cut it off. Because when that real rose, the ultimate relationship, blossoms and starts to open, and that fragrance and the way how it just presents itself in boldness to the world. Now, that's worth waiting for. So some relationships, it's not nice, but it's necessary. And it's going to be worth it.
The power of his dream brings you here. His man, Sean Carlard.